Discipline. Today I will be focusing on discipline issues and equal educational opportunities in school. Discipline is a complex problem in many schools throughout America. As students enter schools, they are legal minors, so schools must have policies in place to deal with these challenges, these complex challenges. And these challenges that the schools are facing include disrespect. They have students talking back to teachers. They are not following instructions. They are refusing to comply. There is unexplained absences. They're being thrown. They're skipping classes. And then you have bullying, which is a big concern. It's physical, verbal, and then you have cyberbullying because of the internet, the freedom of the internet that they have. And students are being defiant. They're using substances. There's substance abuse. They're trafficking. Some of them are trafficking. There is possession. They're using. And then tobacco and alcohol is a major concern for many of these schools, especially for students in the upper grade levels. There's aggression. There is fighting. There is disrespect. Some of them are even cheating on exam. And then most of these schools actually are facing these challenges because students are coming from dysfunctional homes and poor rundown neighborhood. And then the schools have to set up surveillance cameras to at strategic point to deal with these students. And according to Kim, Fornes, and Walker, about 12% of these students from K-12 have behavioral challenges, and about 20% experience mild to severe disruption challenges. To foster these discipline challenges schools are facing, they must work to create safe and supportive environments. They must use positive, consistent approach, be fair, restore so that they can restore trust and help students to value commitment. Teachers must also work to build meaningful relationships with students. They must establish a zero tolerance structure at the beginning of the school year and set general behavior expectations. Teachers must create positive culture, encourage safe and supportive environment, get to know pupils, address disruptions promptly, and create well-organized classroom, encourage on-task behaviors. Help students to monitor their own behaviors, teach them social emotional skills. They must respond to pupils' needs, encourage social problem solving and responsibility. Students must take responsibility for their actions. Encourage positive character building. Positive behavior intervention is important. Help them with counseling so they can think and reflect on what they're doing. They must evaluate potential threats and violence promptly, and this is what school must do, and address underlying issues. They must motivate students, have engaging learning environments, listen to students, try to understand what they're going through, try to understand the challenges, and build open, transparent relationships with them. Equal opportunity is giving every child the same chance to succeed. But the same chance does not mean individualized instruction. And education is a source of personal growth and development, and it is crucial to help combat inconsistencies connected to societal challenges. Equal opportunity prohibits schools from discriminating based on race, nationality, gender, or other traits. Equality is aimed to eliminate poverty and should be the pathway to success. But many of these schools do not have access to qualified personnel due to their location. And many schools, especially those in urban neighborhoods, they have problems or challenges with fundings and appropriate resources for teachers and students. And because many of them are in crime infested neighborhoods, qualified personnel sometimes they don't want to be there. And the curriculum may favor one ethnic group over the other. And there are cases of implicit favoritism, like inadequate discipline tactics, teachers struggling to create supportive schools. And many professionals lack training to deal with disruptions in classrooms. There's inadequate support of surveillance, counseling, guidance to deal with students and to give them a chance to succeed. And due to constant suspension and expulsion, Many of these students, their schooling is interrupted and the equal access is challenged. Many of these students also have unequal access to advanced courses, language barriers, disability access, and inadequate support services. For best practice, schools must have fair and equitable opportunities to support students. Teachers must practice adequate supervision, set clear expectations, and provide positive feedback that addresses what pupils are doing and what they are saying. There should be discipline interventions that focus on reinforcing appropriate skills and behavior. Teachers should address methods that impact educational inconsistencies and implement bias trainings for staff. There should be adequate funding for schools. Schools need trained and experienced personnel, and teachers should practice culturally responsive teaching to help pupils form connections. And there should be an inclusive curriculum, and there should be language support for students who have challenges. They should foster inclusive, supportive schools, reinforce discipline policies that support schools, and reinforce policies that support safe environment. People should access extracurricular activities and advanced placement courses. There should be active parent involvement, and every child should be given a fair chance to succeed and respond to their diverse needs. We should also track students' outcome and address inequalities.